for esports has gone up like a rocket, boom, straight up. And the money that's coming in now is insane.
Six-figure salary in the spotlight, on stage, and some of them are just wholly unprepared.
This chair is $1,600.
$1,600
for this chair.
I'm living a dream for a lot of people, but yeah, sometimes it sucks because of all these drawbacks.
You guys have to rush! You guys have to rush!
So there's this badge of honor in esports that I grind. I play hour upon hour upon hour upon hour. I put in, if I grind more, I'm going to get better.
If I play for too long, I'll get pain at the end of the day.
Too long meaning how many hours?
Like 8 hours.
If he can be successful playing video games, wanted to pursue this, I would be very supportive of it.
Got him, honey. Gotta have more confidence.
Everyone knows there's burnout in this.
Depression, anxiety. There's a lot of pressure to do that kind of extra work. I love this industry, but somebody has to talk about what's wrong with it.
I usually wake up to warm up and just to see how good I'm doing, like mentally and physically, and if I'm prepared to play for 6 to 7 hours a day. I get really lost in Overwatch sometimes. My life is kind of esports in general. My whole life is just waking up and grinding.
Indy Halpin is a rising star in the esports world. He was recruited straight out of high school to play the game Overwatch for a professional team, the LA Valiant. Indy's contract includes a salary and perks like this spacious apartment, bankrolled by what has become a nearly $1 billion industry.
This is the line to get merchandise. It is the longest line I've seen in here.
Esports has a huge fan base that pack arenas to watch their favorite players go head to head. It's become a business that pioneers of competitive gaming could not have imagined only decades ago.
Yes! At least if I get one hit in, I'm happy.
As far back as the late 70s, early 80s, sort of this idea of, hey, these video games that are there for fun and entertainment, there's people out there that are real good. Well, how do you prove you're the best in the world? The only way that's gonna happen is if the best players in the world get together. So someone had the idea, right? Let's put a prize pool on this. I would say that one of the most notable early examples of this is actually with Quake, where John Carmack, the developer of the game, said, I'm going to put up my personal Ferrari as the prize to the best Quake player that we can find.
And I remember realizing that I was gonna win, and I actually noticed the reflection of the Ferrari in my monitor in those last few seconds, and I got really nervous.
After his 1997 victory, Dennis Fong was recognized in the Guinness Book of Records as the world's first professional gamer.
When you became the first esports star, as you say, it was almost accidental. It was the right place at the right time. As far as you see it, how has the industry evolved just in the past few decades?
I mean, it's evolved a ton, obviously. When I first started, you're talking about having hundreds of spectators in a room, which was a lot back then. Now you're talking about tens of thousands of spectators, equivalent to, real sports.
This is what people are interested in, and around the world for that matter.
Steve Cohen is Chief Strategy Officer for AEG, the largest sports ownership group in the world.
How do you measure the size of the esports market? How big is it?
900 million to $1 billion for this year, and expected to go to at least 50% over that by 2020. Here at Staples, we sold out a tournament in less than 15 minutes. You've got public companies like Activision Blizzard or EA Sports. These are multi-billion-dollar companies. You start adding all of the values of those companies together, you're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars right there.
Esports is dominated by teenagers and men in their 20s. Yuliang Peng, who goes by Doublelift, is a veteran superstar of his game, League of Legends, at just 25 years old. Top players like Peng train in state-of-the-art facilities with luxuries other pro athletes have had for years.
Esports first started, there was no sports stuff at all. It was just 5 guys who just loved playing games, and like I was a part of that, where like there was no manager, there was no coach. It was just like 5 players on a team. And now I think like it just gotten to the point where there's just so much eyes on the scene. There's so much money. There's so much like partnerships, opportunities to make money or to like collaborate with others. You know, it's like a fully fledged business.
Peng's net worth is estimated to be over $1 million, and he has 1 million followers on Twitch, an online gaming platform where users watch others play.
League is a highly competitive game. There are casual players that only play for fun, but League is a game where you can really find a lot of self-improvement every time that you play. Like, initially I just loved it as a player, and now I love it as a professional. I won't have to worry about money for a while, and I'm really grateful for that.